Hello students, in this video we are going to study about in-process quality control tests for tablet. So basically quality control refers to sum of all procedures undertaken to ensure the identity and purity of a particular pharmaceutical product. That is, whatever steps are involved, all the involves are verified that they are not going to affect the identity or purity of the pharmaceutical product. Then IPQC, that is in process quality control, is the procedure involved in manufacturing of dosage forms starting from raw material purchase to dispatch in final packaging, or these are checks that are carried out before the manufacturing process is completed. That is, we can say that IPQC is the process of checking the quality in between or during the manufacturing process. It prevents error during processing, as well as human error during processing can be minimized if any. Then the next one, in process quality control, is planned system for the purpose, first one, to identify the material, equipment, process and operators, then to enforce the flow of manufacturing and packaging operations according to the established rules and practices, that is the way how it has been planned out, right, to see whether it is going on accordingly or not. Then to minimize human error or to detect the errors if and when it does occur, that is, we can find out that what sort of errors are occurring and how it is occurring when it is occurring. That can be done with the help of IPQC. Then to pinpoint the responsibilities of the personnel involved in each unit operation of the entire process. Here we can come to know that what persons are involved during the process of any of the operation, right? So that can be done, and then we can take the required step, or we can say we can take the required corrective step, right? Then in process quality control in general, a control procedure are usually rapid and simple tests or inspections that are performed when the manufacturing of the product batch is in process. The in process control procedures and tests should be openly discussed, then experimentally justified, written in detail. Further, it should be properly explained, and in a in particular rigidly enforced once they are established. Then in a process quality control, tests are mostly performed within the production area. The control of the environment and equipment may also be regarded as part of IPC, that is in process control. Then they should not carry any risk for quality of product. Then in process testing enables easier identification of problems. Failure to meet in process control specification indicates either that procedure were not followed or some factor were out of control. Here, with the help of IPQC, we can determine, or if we are not getting the desired result, it indicates that either the procedures which were specified are not followed, or the environmental condition or any of the condition which has to be under control was not under control. Then standard operating procedures, that is SOPs, should be established in the pharmaceutical industry and followed the described the IPQCs and tests. Then the next one, that is IPQC for tablets. So basically there is need for IPQC for environmental control, material, mixing or massing, granulation, drying and compression. So here we need to check out IPQC. The first one, environmental control. Uh, in environmental control there is need to check filter condition and changes, then humidity, temperature monitoring. Also there is need to check water release sticker at point of use for chemical and microbial purity. Then for materials, it is needed to check the name, lot number, weight, particle size, bulk density, color and water content. Also, balances and scales, granulation and multi-mill with screening should be checked out. Then the next one, mixing and massing. So checking for proper equipment and addition of ingredients, mixing time and sampling from top, middle and bottom should be checked that they are uniformly mixed or not. Then checking of binder temperature rate and addition time needs to be checked. Then massing time and load reading should be noted, as well as wet milling or speed screening, equipment checking, etc. must be carried out during the mixing or massing. Then granulation, it should be checked out for the amount of lubricants that are used, density, hardness and dryness of the granules must be determined. Then talking about drying, so drying, cleaning condition of an equipment and filter bags has to be determined. Then separate bag should be there for each product. Loading uniformity, air temperature, volume and outlet temperature, time of drying, etc. has to be noted down. Then moisture control and determination. Then proper shifting and control of oversized granules, fine collection and lubricants and proper mixing for specified period. Then the next one, that is compression, proper labeling on drums and clean conditions has to be verified. Then proper identification of compression machine to the product's strength, lot number and item number. Then checking of tablets diameter, thickness, weight, hardness, disintegration time and friability, weight variation, color, odor, surface, flow of granules and speed of the machine has to be checked. Okay. Then weight control by frequently checking on balance or automated device from all sides of the machine. Then checking for defects like that of capping, lamination, then cross contamination, color and odor must be done, and color comparison or measuring devices should be employed. Then basically IPQC test of tablets include the first one, weight variation of tablet, hardness of tablet, thickness, friability, uniformity of content, disintegration time, dissolution time and content of active ingredient. In-process quality control test for tablets for weight variation is performed so that whatever tablets what we get are of uniform weight and the tablet should be in the desired ratio, right? So for that purpose weight variation test is performed in between. Then talking about hardness of tablets, the monitoring of the tablet hardness is especially important for drugs that possess real or potential bioavailability problems that are sensitive to alter dissolution release profile as a function of the compressive force employed. Therefore, hardness has to be determined in between. Then talking about thickness, thickness again may influence the it may alter dissolution release profile of the drug, therefore it has to be determined. Then talking about friability, so friability is determined in order to ensure that tablet is going to withstand all the processes till or all the processes of handling till it reaches to the consumer. Then the next one is uniformity of content. So uniformity of content can be determined by using different assay what we perform. Then the next one is disintegration time. So disintegration time is generally accepted a maximum time that drug needs to readily available to the body in the solution form For most tablet, the first important step towards solution is breakdown of the tablet into smaller particles or granules, and this process is called as disintegration. Then the next one is dissolution test. So again, dissolution is nothing but the time required for a given percent of drug to go into solution. This dissolution is important for absorption of drug at site of action. Then the last is content of active ingredient. So a physically sound tablet may not produce the desired effect if amount of drug per tablet is not uniform. Therefore, it is necessary to monitor that each tablet has a uniform drug content from tablet to tablet and batch to batch. And also, the measure of tablets ability to release the drug needs to be ascertained. So that's all in this video. In coming up video, we are going to study each test in detail. So thank you.